Hi there everyone, welcome to Get My Harvest. I am Chetna and in today's video, I am going to talk about succulent care tips. It is one thing to buy succulents or to propagate succulents and another thing to care for them, to know how to prolong their life. Before I start sharing the succulent care tips with you, I would request you to become a subscriber on my channel if you're new to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon because only then you would get notified. And if you're already a part of the Get My Harvest family, that is, if you've already subscribed to my channel, you must share this video with at least 3 friends of yours to spread the joy of gardening. The first succulent care tip for all of you is that succulents need 4 to 5 hours of sun. Not the scorching summer heat sun, but they like the morning sun. So don't do the mistake of keeping your succulents in a dark spot in your house. You have to find a spot near a window and then only the succulents would be able to thrive. The second tip for taking care of your succulents is to water them adequately. If you overwater your succulents, they are likely to rot. So you have to make sure that you're watering them anywhere between once a week to once in 15 days, depending on the area or the region and the weather conditions that are there around your area. The smaller succulent varieties can be watered using a syringe. You can also water your succulent arrangements using a syringe. I'll be sharing a link of a succulent arrangement that I did. And I'm also showing how I'm watering the various succulent plants in it. So what happens with the syringe is that the water reaches where it has to reach, just the root of the plant. While watering succulents, make sure that you don't water from the top because that will spoil this area, the leaves. Make sure you water near the roots and keep watering until the water starts coming out of the bottom holes of the pot. And when the water gets collected at the bottom tray, you have to make sure that you are throwing away this water or obviously putting it in some other plant. Let us understand the soil conditions or the soil requirements for growing succulents. Succulents do not require soil that holds or retains moisture, so don't try growing them in clayey soils. And don't try growing them in coco peat as well. You can also make your own succulent potting mix by mixing coco peat, perlite and river sand in equal proportions. In case you're wondering about the painting that I've displayed here, I have made this painting using some of the sand that was left out of the succulent potting mix that I was making for myself. Another key aspect to understand when it comes to succulent care is that you should take away any dried or dead foliage. So here there are some dried leaves. You should make sure that you're taking those out in order to keep your succulent healthy. See, these are the things that I just took out from this plant. If you want your succulents to keep looking nice, try not to touch them because see, if you touch, it leaves a mark. There are some things that are growing on the succulents that give them the beautiful color. So try to stay away from the top parts of the succulents. Fourth tip for you for taking care of your succulents is to use pots or containers that have a drainage hole in them. The drainage hole prevents any water retention from taking place at the bottom of the pot. Because if water stays retained, the roots of the succulents start dying, so your succulent won't survive. But if you're using a container like a glass bottle or any other container that doesn't have a drainage hole, make sure you put pebbles because pebbles then help in the drainage of water. The final tip for all you beginners in gardening is to start growing succulents that are easier to grow and maintain. You could stick to varieties like jade aloe vera or cacti, because these are the ones that require less maintenance and less care. Then once you have success in these species of plants, you can shift to more challenging varieties like echeveria and other succulents. That will encourage you more. I'll be frank with you, succulents are one of the most easy to maintain plants, but the mistake that we all do is that we tend to take too much care of them, which means we water them. Every time we see the top layer of the soil drying, we start watering them. We water a little bit, and then we water a little bit more after a few days, and that's when they die. Succulents don't die if you just leave them. Just watch them from distance. Don't try watering them a lot, and you'll find a lot of success growing succulents. Get My Harvest is also there on Instagram. So if you're there on Instagram, that's the link. You can see it there in the video. And I also share all our social media handle links in the description of this video. Has this video on succulent care tips helped you? Please let me know in the comment section below. I'll also be very happy to answer any questions. You can also share your experiences with me through the comment section below. Thank you for taking out time for watching this video.